about being chosen. And if we don't know that we're chosen, we can never be commissioned. And there is a great commissioning that the Lord has put before us. And so I would say today, there is a place that the Lord wants your unbelief to come to the fire. So I stand before you as I did this morning and repented before the Lord for every cell within me that speaks unbelief and is distorted and unable to receive that I have been chosen by the Lord. I did not choose him, he chose me, and he commissioned me to go out into the fields and lay hold of the greatest harvest of who he is.
I just have a testimony from the garden from this week when Chuck was talking about the change and the winds of change. This week when I filmed in the garden, there was a really violent wind going through the garden as the season was changing. And I watched this butterfly. It was clinging to this flower. It was being whipped around just really violently, and it never let go. And what I heard the Lord saying in it is the adversity that that butterfly faced when it came out of the cocoon prepared it for those winds of change. And I hear him saying, don't resist the adversity. Don't resist the storm. I have called you to stand in it, to stand firm, and to hold your ground and stand your ground, because you will be the catalyst that creates that change. I will cause you to be that catalyst that creates that change and that changes the direction of that storm. So stand firm and hold your ground and don't resist the adversity.
Wow. See, you got to remember, you step into the adversity and therefore you overpower your adversary.
You know, the gates of hell will resist you. But we will prevail. We will prevail and we will overcome. Tell your neighbor, you're called to overcome. And so early this week, Chuck talked to me and he said, I want you to do a message on overcoming the gates of hell. And I think that is such an important message because that is our call, but we need to know how to do it. And the word tells us very specifically how to overcome the gates of hell. So our message this morning is overcoming the gates of hell, gaining victory in the battle for your territory. Now, the Bible pictures the whole human race as being held captive and oppressed by powers of darkness. And our call as the church is to set those captives free. But to do that, there's a battle. And it's a battle to overcome the gates of hell. Now, the phrase gates of hell comes from Matthew 16. And Jesus asked his disciples, who do men say that I am? And they said, well, some say you're John the Baptist, some Elijah, Jeremiah, or one of the prophets. But what about you, he said? Who do you say that I am? And Peter said, you are the Messiah, the Son of the living God. And Jesus said, this truth was not revealed to you by flesh and blood, but by my Father in heaven. And I tell you that on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell will not overcome it. And so in this passage, Jesus and his disciples have gone on a ministry trip, and they arrive at the city of Caesarea Philippi. And in that place, Jesus asked them, well, who do you think I am? And Peter makes an incredible profession of faith. He says, you're the Messiah, you're the Christ, the Son of the living God. And Jesus tells Peter that the truth he just confessed was revealed by the Father himself, and that it would form the foundation for building his church. And because of that foundation, the gates of hell could not prevail against the church.